Market Monday, we got a brand new promo coming to Madden Ultimate Team. We take a look at the content schedule, aka Icons Playoff Release 2.5. We'll go over that in a little bit. Roster Revolution, the new promo in MUT. That's going to be dropping probably on Wednesday. Redux's Playoff Release 3, most likely Thursday, and Legends on Saturday. There also is an MCS stream or two MCS streams on the 21st and the 22nd. That is tomorrow and Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern. There is not an exclusive card for these streams. There'll probably be one when they have the full, like the final, whatever, which is I think a week, like not this week, but next week. So don't feel pressured to have to watch the MCS stream to get your exclusive card. I believe you just get a bunch of playoff packs this week. But now going over to MUT Leaks. Like I said, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So Roster Revolutions. That's the new program coming this Wednesday. MUT Leaks posted quite a bit of content, and I mean, we can go over it really quickly. We've got the low cards, medium cards. These are the champions, and then these are the LTDs. Now, of course, you're not going to get all this content just this Wednesday. He actually goes over, if you go into the replies, he says at one point, likely come out in multiple releases. Part 1 seems to be we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, looks like 8 champions in part 1. Hopefully it's 8 champions per week. That would be awesome. But, you know, if they're dropping 8 at least for part 1, I would probably assume we get at least a minimum of 4 every single week. I'll be honest, the names of these cards, Justin Simmons, JT, Stephon Gilmore, Demarcus Robinson, Derek Carr, Dylan Parham, Ed Oliver, Bud Dupree, they're solid names. I mean, really, names have never kind of been an issue, I feel like, this year with MUT. It just comes down to, are the cards good? And right now, the most important thing about content dropping is, are their abilities good? So we'll see. I've heard around the Roster Revolution content. There was a blog the other week when we got the new season, was that Roster Revolutions, a lot of it has to do with like chemistries. You can apply chemistries with tokens and stuff like that. Again, we'll have to see. They are doing if we actually go back to this content schedule, there is a Good Morning Madden stream, 7 p.m. Eastern on the 22nd. So that actually will probably be during the MCS stream. That'll go over playoffs. So I guess we're not going to have a reveal stream or an explanation stream, I guess you would say that, for Roster Revolutions. But yeah, these are your champions. Actually, I want to go back to no replies. These are your champions. These are your LTDs and like again, your medium and your lows. I mean, we can take a look at some of the champions here. I mean, this will be released again over, you know, a month or two. There's the Justin Simmons, there's the Josh Jacobs, I believe. I'm not sure who that is. That's Hunter Henry, Denzel Ward, DJ Moore, Drake Greenlaw. There's the Ed Oliver, Geno Smith. So I some relatively big names. Not your, I would say, your peak NFL superstars, but that's kind of, you know, to be expected on a Wednesday content drop. Your LTDs, also some weird player names. I couldn't even name that many. I mean, I think this is Jeffrey Simmons, Marshawn Lattimore, Nick Chubb, I want to say Laken Tomlinson, Eric Kendricks. I know that's Calvin Ridley, Adam Thielen there. But again, we don't know. Sadly, we're at that stage of MUT where all cards are decided or determined really by their abilities. Like, yeah, their speed and their other stats have to be good, but if they don't get the right discount abilities for your scheme specifically, you're probably not going to care about that card. It's really it's an annoying era to be in. We probably have a few more weeks of this. And then once we get to like Ultimate Legends and maybe the Super Bowl promo, I'm expecting like most cards to get like all the meta discount abilities. But right now they're very picky and choosy with who gets the right abilities. And so it's making to where content drops and they're just sometimes just dud releases. Especially if it feels like the playoff content. Your Legends though, this Saturday will be the last 94 overall Legends. Assuming we're getting an overall bump next week for the Super Bowl content. Terrell Suggs, Joe Horn. We don't know the LTD. So we'll see how Roster Revolution is. I like I guess off initials, I like how they're doing 8 champions, you know, for this Wednesday. Hopefully we're getting 8 champions per week. That would be awesome. Probably will get scaled down to 4 champions per week so it lasts throughout, I mean, probably the whole off season. I would say like the MUT off season, you would say. But that's Roster Revolution. Let's now hop into MUT. If you want extended coverage of the market and how I make my coins, subscribe to the Coin Bible exclusively on Team Get Lucky, link in the description. Taking a look at the content today, this is what I talked about, how sometimes content drops are duds, basically because of abilities. Now, Matabike actually has some decent abilities, again, with AK Icons. They're not really doing that whole X Factor gimmick. They have a few good times 3 X Factors, extra pop for 0 AP, but nothing crazy. They did get 2 discounted buckets, 2 discounted ability buckets this week, so that is good for future releases. His abilities actually aren't bad. Double or nothing for 1 AP is solid. It's probably one of the only double or nothing for 1 AP. Run Stuffer is like his X Factor ability. No outsiders, inside stuff, all combined in one for 2 AP, and then interior threat for 1 AP. Again, you get 2 of these. The problem with Matabike kind of relies on his speed. He's a little bit too slow, especially with how fast quarterbacks are in the game right now. Having 84 speed is a little bit slow. If he was like 87, 88 speed, like the likes of Devontae Sweat, who I really like at D-tackle, I think he would have been, more highly regarded. Still a solid card, though. Good power move, good finesse move, great block shed, great strength, great excel. Like, he is a solid card, but again, he's 2 million coins, so it's not like you're gonna, walk into the market, buy him for 400K and pop him to your lineup. Like, no, it's a significant purchase. But his abilities for him aren't bad. But then, like, Juwan Jennings, I mean, and his abilities on the 94 overall, just like 1 more AP, so you're not really gonna run them. I don't know why my thing is sorting. But Juwan Jennings was the other card we got today. I don't know. I like the LTD idea when they did it to where you can pull it in the set. I don't like the LTDs now with the AKAs because the 94, basically we're getting 2 cards. We're getting 2 cards on a Monday, dog. We play a football game where we have to probably play 30 plus players in the game. 2 players for a content drop is not enough. It needs to be like 4 or 5 every single time. I don't know why we're on this, man. I like, it's starting to get frustrating a little bit with content drops when we get like 2 or 3 cards. Like, we're playing football here, man. We got to field a full roster. I don't know why we're not getting 7, 8 champions on every single content release throughout the week. Gives people more variety in how they build their rosters. It's just, in general, more content. I don't understand. But Juwan Jennings, his abilities, not really anything you're going to want. I mean, third down threat, I swear, we tried it like last year. It's never really that good. Mid and elite, if this was short in elite, I would rate it at 1 AP, but mid and elite is not going to be that important. And then deep elite for 2 AP. He's 95 speed, 6'3", so he's got the speed, he's got the height, but he's nothing we haven't, I would say, seen from the wide receiver position. We have 96 speed guys, we have 97 speed guys, we've had 95 speed, 6'3" plus receivers since Zero Chill. So Juwan Jennings, again, nothing we have not seen before. I would say this is a pretty underwhelming AK Icons drop. Hopefully, we get some better cards in the coming weeks. As for the playoff content, I don't know. I mean, it's a very little drop. We got Lawrence Taylor, Darrelle Revis, and Case Keenum. Case Keenum, I'm not even going to go over the card. He gets Roaming Deadeye for 1 AP, and I think he doesn't get Gunslinger, like nothing discounted. He's just not a good card, sadly. I don't even know if he gets Master Tactician. Let me know down in the comments below. As for like the 2 big name cards today, Darrelle Revis is not a terrible card. 95 speed, 5'11". Again, with the playoff cards, it's kind of where they get hoard a little bit. They only get 1 bucket discounted, and the abilities aren't even crazy discounts, right? Kevin Byard got a 0 AP pick artist last week. Darrelle Revis gets a 1 AP pick artist, 1 AP flat zone. So, I mean, he's a card. He's on a lot of theme teams. That's like the biggest thing with Darrelle Revis. He's on a lot of theme teams, but he's, again, I wouldn't consider him a top 5, top 7 defensive back in the game because he does not get mid-zone KO. Or if you were to get pick artists 0 AP, move him in there, but it's for 1 AP. We've had 1 AP pick artists for the last month, it feels like. And then Lawrence Taylor, great stats on an outside linebacker that's rushing the passer. 94 speed, great power move, great finesse move, always really good. Has all the traits you want from a pass rusher, but his discounted buckets is an edge threat for 2 AP, which we know this ability is not good in general. We used to run it for 0 AP during Zero Chill, and it didn't do much. And no outsiders for 1 AP. I would have loved to see a 1 AP double or nothing, a Lawrence Taylor, or a Lurk Artist or 0 AP. Overall, the abilities hold that card back. Although, for pass rushers, as of right now, you're not really running abilities on them, so he would still fall into like one of the best pass rushers in the game. But again, he's an LTD, so he's going for 2 million coins. So that's your content that released today. As for market stuff, it was a bit crazy this weekend. We got a final offer for Team of the Week cards, and it made the Team of the Week market crash in price to sort by program here. But Jameson Williams went from like 4.5 million all the way down to 1.5 million. He's rebounded a little bit from today because the offer now is not in the store. Also, CJ Gardner-Johnson went down from like 3.5 to 1.5 mil. He's still kind of around that price. Pretty much what the offer was, it put Week 16, 17, and 18 LTDs. Yes, old LTDs back into packs. Yaya Diaby dropped like 800K. It was wild. I lost a lot of coins because I had JMO. I rebought JMO for 4 mil, and luckily I got one for 1.3. I'm trying to flip him now, but yeah, I lost a lot of value when it came to these Team of the Week LTDs. The other big thing was it made 91 overall Team of the Week cards. super, super, super cheap. Like the cheapest I've ever seen. They're right now at 85K because AK Icon and playoff cards drop. They're needed for the sets. But 91 overalls, we're going for like 65K all weekend. I tried to buy as many as I could, but now they're back up to 85K. But on the contrary, right? The content that dropped today, since AK Icons were not very good, AK Icon 91s are down. They were 130K over the weekend. They've been as cheap as 85K. I've seen them today. Great price, really. If it's just a decent AK Icon drop next Monday, you can expect these 91 AK Icons to not be 85K. Simple as that. And then we got the playoff promo. It's whatever. The problem is, like, I could say, yeah, playoff promo, look to pick up these 91s, but the problem is the playoff cards every Thursday have just been seemingly really underwhelming. Like, the profit for them, like, we got a 97 speed Xavier Worthy this past Thursday, and investing in the playoff promo, like, there was no it was pretty much just break even on Thursday. So playoff promo, it's like the cards just simply aren't good enough. They did not make them good enough with the discounted abilities to make a worthwhile investment, in my opinion. And or the cards in general are just lacking in the content right now. Just isn't that good. Last topic I really want to nail home with you guys is, and I might have mentioned this last Monday, but I've been talking about it on my Twitch streams the past few days. I would really stay away from making major changes or major upgrades to your team. What I mean by that is, like, I'm rocking a 40 Lions. I know Lions was probably the best theme team in the game the past few weeks. Lions lost in the playoffs. A lot of people are like, should I move off Lions, right? Should I change theme teams? Like, for that, wait until the Super Bowl content. I think the Super Bowl promo and its cards, it's going to get crazy discounted abilities. I think that's going to be the big shift, right? Like, for example, in November when we were playing, right, we had the all Madden content, we had the Blitz content. I think we had Unstoppable. It was in November, but we kind of all knew, like, hey, when Zero Chill rolled around and released, like, that was the great, I would say, meta shift in the game. Like, everybody's going to just completely drop all their old cards, switch to Zero Chill cards because they're just going to be clear cut better than the cards we had been getting this past month. I think that is going to happen with Super Bowl playoff content. I don't care what anyone says. It's been really underwhelming because they have not given them crazy discounted abilities, and that is what the game is made of. And I think Super Bowl content, like Zero Chill, like, we're going to see maybe the first 0 AP abilities stock on cards. We're going to see either 2 buckets with super discounts on them. So I would stay away again from, and I don't want to say maybe sell off cards, but maybe sell off some cards that are a little bit expensive right now that don't get the crazy discounted abilities. I would just stay away from major changes to your team. Don't go out changing your theme team for 1 week. Your team, if you go to the Chiefs and the Chiefs lose, you don't want, just wait until you see us in the Super Bowl. I would honestly not change your theme team until Super Bowl content comes out because there might be a Super Bowl theme team. So, yeah, in general, stay away from just major squad upgrades, I would say, until we get the Super Bowl content, whether it's leaked, revealed, and we know how it's all going to go down, because I think that's going to be another great shift in Madden Ultimate Team. We thought, playoff promo would be that shift after Zero Chill. Just really wasn't. It has been kind of a dud this entire time. Super Bowl content, I think they're going to go crazy with the cards, the stats, and the abilities, and I think we're going to see people mass dump off their old cards that are kind of yucky for these Super Bowl cards that are going to look like gods compared to the playoff content we've gotten the past few weeks. But that's all for the video today. I'm going to be starting a new series, actually, on this channel. It might not be this Friday, but it would be every Friday. Just want to give you guys a heads up. So we might have a video this Friday. I'm not sure, but I have some things going on this weekend, medical stuff, so I'm going to be kind of out the game for a little bit, but it might have to be pushed to next Friday. But it's a series that I think you market people are really, really going to like. It's going to be kind of like a recap of my account every single week and what I've been doing. It won't like go into stuff like the Coin Bible will. It will kind of be like a press conference, like a post-game press conference each week of how I, my account, how I kind of maneuvered through everything. So hopefully I can get that to you guys this Friday, but if not, it will start the following Friday. But that's all for today. I will see you guys next time. Peace.